Ene eye ukuada osanabosum ne da etoso aduonu enson ewo afie emu enumre ye mwadwom akwaba ede oba ITV yatan ye wokaso a anti Mercy Junction we wo mamu nsam ene amagodo so de ene wosamufo aso no so de aso menumre samefa mesom ewo kase kwan so na ensem bia obetie okase boimu enumre enie Mampeni Mahama ene Singapore mampeni akodi nkomo wo twemu a wono de Nibre asun 2028 won't mean jinasa mampeni na we beti ama na kwanya madu abato bra sika wo no hwem ni ade no watimi asigina ye mu odene ade afa ho ye do bekọ NPP amanyokoro omo akache enade ehohu wo headquarters Kane Asin Central na share bedwani ononyamfo akompreko Japan na afa abetifi na share bedwani ononyamfo Brian ne champon won makọ file won form se otra say 2028 won gem pampe say edem ba ko betu franka e de ama party no na abusia do bekọ Ridge Hospital na wotwetwe beto dwasa brante bi akọhwe wo nurse ni bi wo hɔ anya asam ketwa abai ti abedwekuo se won mehwehwemu emfa ho One the report no aba ensem ben ene wo mebebo mu entwemu sanso so ene ye bekọ Asante Mantamu ewemhia kwanhia siye adehie bi a wono ewo biaye akwanhia no asiye ene boaye mampenfo a wono hye no wo mo hwe boa mo wo mutimi ehu wo mo mampeni aka ne nsase 100,000 Ghana cedis wo mo boaye no de akoma mo se wo mo ngie esanse wono ebo adwuma na afei akwatia ba election so so no brada ebe ya o na ekoso ne dey NPP amanyukuna yesamtwofo nhyiemu na wono chimo wo mususu se NDC fo ahyeda training krofo bi edru ho bese saafo no eya posifo na wo mo ahye wo mo ntade wo mo twese wo mo nyina yi sanse se wo mo de ba wo mo so ayere de se wo mo ene wo mbere ntam so na afei wo sra ni bia abakotwem wo ho koye nyamena sam no Omu chenya de abefa wo adi kra ewo brada abato anu emu ensema hodo egbo bayi na ebebo mu ntwemu ewo kaseboy emu ebusua we ni afofo bi ka ho ena nume ye de eba abeso mo midin ene da chehema afia akonua etwe ho aba Kasie bono emunchemu enie mampeni John Dramani Mahama Singapore manu emu wone eya soafo ne abemu panifo bie wo makopie mu ewo ho na wone Singapore mampeni akodi nkoma ne wode ato nanim twase wono de ne second term nie enu ntini braso 2028 wontimi ngina empre akonwa no mefro se mampeni ebiem na abato oduru so a ende sika de bi kompa sika ebi mu adi wuramu duru ho wonte ase na saa ne temu asie eya konya kese edema so betena ase afi nani ase ahwe saa nyoma na afei wape anopmesibre.
Thank you for your kind invitation to undertake this state visit. It's very important to us because, as you said, our values are shared. We've had historical ties from the period of our first presidents, and we view Singapore as a role model in our journey to create prosperity for our people.
Singapore mampini wana afemono ebo mampini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama baso ebo ni leadership otium se wo mse edinje nenso oyire ne hopa.
From those days, we've always viewed Ghana as a key player, not just in West Africa, but in Africa as a whole. I know you've inherited a very difficult set of challenges, but you're off to a very strong start in repairing the situation and re-injecting confidence in Ghana, and we in Singapore, in whatever way we can, through our government agencies as well as our companies, will do what is useful to support you in your efforts.
na awerɛhosɛm ne birikyie a ɛbɔ wɔ man Ghana ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ abamu mpanfoɔ ɛnwɔtwe asoafoɔ ka ho bi asraafoɔ ka ho bi na wɔn kɔyɛ adwuma aso wɔ man sɛ betumi aboa wɔ man akɔnkan ɛwɔ yɛ wɔ boase pɔtam asantemantam a wɔn kɔnya akwanhyia ɛwɔ sikaman brofiedu a ɛno no ɛwɔ wɔ boase mpɔtam ɛhɔ na akwanhyia ɛsie sɛdeɛ yɛ na ɛne nyan ɛno ti kora no bɛmhyia akwanhyia ntina yɛ hu baabi bi mu kora ɛwɔ na nso ade hye wɔn ɛwɔ sikaman brofiedu hɔ no wɔn tu wɔn ho si obi mu boaeɛ ɛma wɔn atumi hu nipa nwɔtwe a ne wɔn nyinaa ɛwɔ wiemhyɛn no emu na wɔn ɛboa wɔn dodoɔ yɛ baako du mmiɛnsa ɛyɛ 13 ɛnɛ de yɛ a mampani atubɔfo wɔn akɔgya nanan mu ɛde ɛyɛ 100,000 Ghana cedis kane sika 1 billion ɛde akɔma saa nipa du mmiɛnsa akyerɛ ne so wɔn papa sɛ deɛ wɔn ɛyɛ no ɛsɔ n'ani.
The Okojino Mampini, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nanemu, a National Democratic Congress Chairman, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, Wano and a Compotemu Honoma, One Casako Yakoda, Wama, Wamubuaye, SSA addition what Tria, at Oriental Metal Woman, Ewo a year than Pia Range Forest Reserve, no Ewo, Adansia Kofu Mensimu, which you said, Jomoya, no, Wama Boa Nipa Ag, and into what Yasida PCA, Ekdema, Wamaso Wamo. Aya dear, say, Wamo, a boy, my to me, and one addition what tree, Wamo, emu. I will send me, Segana this year, Ebekaya, and Suma this year, and what tree, Bran Omo, Eko, Jumedi, I say, Ewo, a year as Antimemo, and as I to enter me to Wama, when we in your media, na Woman Womo, Ekamo, a defense minister. Dr. Edward Omane Buama, and after a Minister for Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Ibrahim Mutala Mohammed, and Yafufu Binuma Ekahu. And an amso what you must say, so about the sea or Mampini and then when what Yasada PC and Mawomo, no abanso dear, one man is out, and in some say anybody to us.
Then I'm say, I say once in the crowd of sudden sense. Mampani sebe mejra na nemu na emrantia womudi animu eko bepono so eko boaye ema yetimi ede amuno ebae Mampani si emedamase na obia yewia yewo abodi plaque bi ayaya ye de be mo bia o de koto ho a kina o ma nyina o mbe hu se me papa we ana me maami we wa ye bibi de aboa o man Ghana a ne din wo o man enkratam uye no firi ho a president kutaниnsam 100,000 Ghana cedis Aye Titiskano 1 billion. Yempa Emeta and Rantianasi. Akukudru Sronkwan. Womo Eda Nadi. Omai Hondo Sronkwan. Womo Etimika, Womo Hubugu, Eda Nadieno. Osho Damasipa. We are no free wa. Nana no mo kasa no wo mo ka amamre bia aka esase ye kokoye enti Mampani se eno so ye beto nana no ya wo mo 20,000 Ghana cedis 200 million
National Chairman Erima NDC Amanyoko Era Johnson Esiedun Ketia na Mampani Mahama etu no mani kogya na nemu etisa yedie ekoma womu ebusua yetu fane yenko eye NPP Amanyoko no womu akache ebnada ebeya eye ebobusu ne de toso mienu na akwatia by election no ebekoso na NPP fo twese wonu monya nenteye se NDC fo ahada editimemfo ni bie wonu mu twani womu atete womu edi posting tade ebehhehye womu ewo brada wa bra bato no ekoso womu si asem womu kanye busremuka enya atesem wɔn mo te no wɔn asusu de wɔn mo nya to fam ehun sɛ ɛyade a NDC foɔ no wɔn mo ɛpɛ sɛ wɔn mo yɛ no ɛbenada ɛno no wɔn mo MPP foɔ nso de wɔn mo tena se ɛma wɔn mo ɛmfa nsia ɛmɛda no wɔn mo ɛnkron ne site no wɔn nso so ayɛ ready ayɛ krado sɛ so wɔn yɛ saa deɛ na enya de ono wɔn ɛbɛkyia yam kitawde bɔfo tene de ma NPP amanyoko no yɛwɔ Richard Ahiagba ɛna kasa ne de ya wɔn nsɛmtwofo nhye wɔn yɛyɛ ase.
Famous Richard Jakba, my namesake, who has been appointed as the Director of Operation at the National Security, has been seen preambulating the Akwatia constituency with soldiers and reportedly threatening some indigents and residents to leave town before the by-election in their own interest. Upon the assurance of the IGP, we want to make it abundantly clear that any soldier involved in the Akwatia by-election will be considered and dealt with as a thug, or in a manner as a thug. We therefore call on the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and in whose responsibility, and on whose shoulder the responsibility of the security of the state rests, to call Richard Jakba to order and ensure that that no soldier meddles in the Akwatia by-election. We are also reliably informed that the NDC has been training some of the thugs they used or deployed in Ablekuma North parliamentary rerun under the guise of national security and intends to clandestinely clothe them in police uniform to deploy them during the by-election. The NDC and the Ghana Police Service must know that as a party that has just exited government in less than a year, we have our eyes and ears on the ground and on them, knowing what the NDC is noted for.
We and some communications director attitude was say well who was ready a winnim a also do be for the sabato imuno was bash dread e wen this MPP for sano and it asra for mutu ho kra san say agro we nyam agro ene yeko akodi ho abusuenko yeda so NPP amanyoko mo akache na ne de ekopiemu a won matena kese a e won kran a nyasam ketwa Ononyamfo Kennedy akumpre kwa Japan kane assistant to ma shebedweni wo file ne form so na sane na chitafo gi chijira de kobo ne chidom na nyasam ketwa o wonu wie ya nche no nyamfo re champo no so ne dom wonu mu atoa so na wabra ononyamfo Kennedy Japan ekwa file no ne dom ne so mu kan na ene say no can no vote.
We want somebody who can create businesses for the youth of this country. I always say that any human being without a job has no life. Do you want life? Do you want life? Then go to the Japan for life. Some people say they have ideas. I have both ideas and creativity. I have done it before and I continue to do it. So if I tell you I'm going to create jobs for you, believe in me. Let's ask some of the candidates what they have done. The party victory is paramount. And therefore we need to come together without intimidation and make sure we select a winnable candidate that can win 2028 election for the party.
We ya dear course when they were Bra Kennedy or Hina Compreko Japan ko file a nomination forms. Abusia yanko Greater Accra Regional Hospital. Nana what you tremwe and a beto just a brante be our day Ralph St. William. Akosho nurse ni wonyasam ketwa ne nsakra to afem ho. Our nurse ni wagine ho kura enje bandage ye de chichire ne nsa bi so ne konso ne nsa ne ade nyina. Na no na ban ye say wontimi ntenase mo bi ntimi fam ranhye ne nsam enkohwe wo nurse ni a wo ye adwuma age akra anase wage afoforo nkwa wo mamu enu nti wo sha bedwoko no se wo mo ye hwehwemu emfa ho enede ya bedwoko no report aba na report aba no ekire se enhwehwemu medical report ni ade wo mo sakaye no wo nurse ni no ne nsa ba bia antoma amfem ho wenya jese bibie enkyerese ya bonu ema ne nsa bu anase ne nipadua akwa no mpo baabi ho aka na report no enede ya na chairman of that committee no ano Dr. Lawrence Oforibuadu ane health minister ane mpenfobie wo mkohia ya wo the report no etu wo mani.
The committee also visited the nurse in question, the rotation nurse, Ms. Chuchu Rejoice, who was alleged to have been physically attacked and was receiving care at the hospital. When the committee visited, indeed, we saw the patient in bed. The document available to us from the medical record, as I already said, had no indication of fracture or dislocation of the said staff. And he has received some psychological support as well. The committee was able to chance on the specialist who also attended to her at the ward at the time we visited. And at that time, the staff had been discharged to go home and come for review. We also
for Shagana Pomudi and Samso, Kwabna Minta Akando, one in Semono to Jesse Nimunimoye, was Shese, Bambo and Shaya better than a coin so, since such a do as Womuya, Womu and Yasa baby to me abwa. A year rich hospital, Womo Bambo and Sem Emo, when Nano and Namdi a sea year, Nam Swama, Sesi Womo a year, Sansemu and Shishimu, and Namswa, what is Ansemi a tutor?
From here, I'm just going to give instructions for some of these things to do. In fact, the truth of the matter is that the very day we visited the hospital, which of course I was accused of greeting somebody, that very day, I gave that instruction that they should look at the internal security. And I had the opportunity to also speak to the police. So some of these things have already started and they are in motion. Yeah. So I just want to give the public that confidence, that impression that, oh, even if a committee is established, that's all. Only the announcement of the committee is what we hear. We don't hear the findings. Nothing happens to it. That's not going to be business as usual. In fact, I will also challenge you that whatever recommendation that has come, you also follow up to see that whether or not it's been implemented. I will challenge you to also do that.
Afe ya mura enwomesion ensem emu na watwe mu a education minister ononyafo ha na dusu de betu dwa say double track system abandanda de bae no abeha ye party susaso boni na ebedue eye education system still ane SHS no enutina ya say dia afie dia say yes kane academic calendar ni mu no ebia aban be ye fi ho enede ya Director General at the Magana Education Service, Professor Ernest Kofi Davis, at the Atuja say, double track system no, and the many ya, one to me a free ho, a bed mre answer, one more at me a tracking system, and at the end of the bra, one more able bunsamu FA placement system no.
I think this issue has been addressed in the media several times. Double track will take some time to go. We cannot reverse the double track today. We cannot. We will need time to reverse. A committee is in place to address that. We are using multi-approach to get that reversed.
Please, can we limit our questions to the issues raised?
Itv Kasie bono eso na yade anei aban asiginaye abo won mo kwaje ntitiye meche community police assistant no wabo wonom anoho basre wo behwe se entity wo mo akwaje no emeka dem wo mo fama metena fie me kwom sande wo mo mo kwokte unemployment ekuo bia na emom wo behwe se yede wo no ebeto posi adwuma wonom no a se wo kwaje ntitiye na eno no atimi aboy papa man ntitiye wonom ekwaje no eso abamfaso ede am wo mo ankasa ene wo man no Youth Employment Agency panipa wo danwo yewra Kipo Habib one Director of Monitoring and Evaluation Youth Employment Agency. He's what the two are binding any.
Yeah, drafted MOU with the police service. We have indicated in a clause say recruitment of police people or young men and women. They should give priority to training with CC. These are the people we should target first. And so this was part of what we signed. And so service no, make service, make Ghana Police Service no, and Interior Ministry, and Ghana the Youth Agency. You're signing a memorandum of understanding no. You're clause notice and you're signing here. Police reforms are also signing here. And it is something that is to a large extent binding on all of us. But when you say program biano, say we crana ye no say omo ba parade no enye omo nyina enye trainees ni nyina na omo ye match na now say omo ye parade no obi no wo ho no ma they are not, let me say, they are not able to catch up, with the rudiments of the training, so they will fall off. And I say nami wo tesano and their commander they also mentioned the same thing, and I've seen some 1 or 2 people falling off. And they say it is true that you be far, but yentimi for nyina they are conforming to the rules and regulations and meet the standard of the Ghana Police Service. Until we are urging them, and we've spoken to the trainees, say, Obiambo Modi, yentimi for munina, and onobe depend senior wo yero hon ewo jumana these are people we have trained, or the police service have trained, or YE has recruited to go and protect our communities. So they are community protection assistants. In other words, they police the communities. But I also mentioned, when say police service, currently no work share numbers are shadan ni numbers do more edumana operations now any na until once a while no, since ye training we no more community once a while they drop them from the community to come and support them in in their activities on the road and so on and so forth. But as an agency, we cannot stop them on most of these things. The only thing we can ensure is to make sure that they do not engage in any corrupt practices. But we will also ensure that the main reason or purpose for their recruitment is to protect our communities, and they will be doing that, performing that.
Enrada akwanhia bi esie ewo Accra Nkoko Kumase Kwantempo no eso nipa nson ana wɔnom ahwe wɔn enkwa na wadansefo a wɔnom ehu sɛ de akwanhyia ne kɔ yɛ nyinaa ɛde to dwa wɔtwerɛ sɛ saa akwanhyia eye articulator track and sprinter mini bus and one edikosi enie now so de wo hu ye ne se articulator track no drop ani no na wonu no fikumase anani etren kan wo bi nim de ba ye no pese wo overtaking esan hyan a edi nani mu a wo kɔ ɛho ɛn nam so wo tisi kwan fufuro a ɛno no so wufi kumase eba no emu mo de kɔ hia sprinter mini bus registration number AW- 4619-14 and one so efi so manya wode nani atremu ewo sehwe ne nam so a saa kwanhie esi nipa beye adio kron enum 95 and one hu aka
bacho me wa sia e beto aduane adi na me hu ya ne si trader driver na pai a obo break tututututu na sa tam no sprinter yin so ba ne hu ase abomo a trader no that's na sprinter so that's ya na rush car no yi nipa no ma me ba ko na di kan pie ye na yi ni ba na si nipa ni bi o kan ni ko na me fi say container car are ne yi na si nipa o kan nim na rush on die nipa etimi yi omo no so far no na nipa 5 mo ho omo mpra ye yi omo ye ne unya omo etete ye ko ye nipa 5 na ma aka ne yentima nye ne anso obi amu ni ye ne the trailer driver no ade no ye ne de wanya ade oba ukutaka usu unim zinzu ato ya roshe no ebisa no so unim zinzu ato so kokasa asemu we bi a bebi enke be kunu na me nkan sie me wo fa ni no ha no ye adwuma one wo hu no wo inside me kan si ono anya sprinter driver pacho na uni ha ye ni hu anya sprinter driver
okay je mi hu ele se articulata no o se din su to nti na articulata de bisna kwakra na wo be sna ko sefi wo hi so menya be sna ko be articulata ni overtaking ba se we no ya na so o twa ma na kwa ba be sin ba we ni bo break na le to no pa na kechi wo di bomu kwadi bom sa na kokko sha no ke e ba na chese ayetu ta because jabe ni na wu meti ni na wu mai ba ko wu e na uma ba ko ne ma on so wu ba o ma ka de o mo de mi hu ya no okay eni ba na no ka mi nche ni pa do na mo ka no ba de ma hu ni pa 6 na wu e na 4 e na p ba mi hu ni pa do na mo ka no because e ba sa no me ntina yina an hwe because me ye jabe ni bi so sia e ha mi nje ma me fire service awo ko ye nkoko ko me wo mo number ma ha me te he ya ti mo mo number e wo ma ha ti BBC se obi nka se BBC die ba BBC am ki twefon ma from se BBC se ko ba be fire police for me nya e na me fire service for e mo ba ye no
yada soa ewa akwani akwantempo ho sam eso na adehia wonum ewo esuboy we eye ekrobi a eno no ewo epoye mantam no emu wo mo kyerese enkran kumase kwantempo no sese ye kamya se akoda ne atiato domfo bi ekwan a wonum edi semmone ewo kwan so papa wo mo se etoda mi katentane ade adrobafo bi erefa kwan no so no eya no wonum so kura no kwa mu didi ser kan kwana sa akwanhia sisi ewo saa kwantempo no eso wo ba hema a wono ewo esuboy eye nana ama ode bia abisesio a wotoso nyensa wone ne manfo enene won mutumpenfo krasa won muhwe entu anamo enfa saa kwantempo yi
Waka kwan no ho ne se honom ni yekuro and cars ni free kumase honom eba omo nya abotre akabia minim se driver bia wo tu kuro a se we speed na no ye dey se de crampo a oba fem but we dey entisa ochina na ka abowe sa kwan ne so a me nua mo miensa ebo mu wu ya the sports and when so sensitive there yes aban ni say ye panicho on do my speed ramp say speed ramp na say enye ye wo main road ni so a on my footbridge I think no more be boy ti die meka say accident e besi nyina agina e honom sa ewo Kumasi main road no ye nim de ewo ho ntia accident na esisi wo honom sa oti accident bia eye ho oti accident bia eye ho sebe obi ne na ire kra ko na ne bufu na opi abonten a ka bebo na eye honom suboy honom a eta asisi ye hia footbridge yes remo Ghana ban ye hia footbridge minister ba embetwem wo ho na ya atwen aka se eye minister ba e na abọ nti ye bidiera ba ono na ebenyin ye minister no yes remo watcham schools wo government schools bebre wo honom and private schools wo ho
Ayinsuano District Chief Executive Onimanyamfo Joshua Yao Frederick Lati Brawadi eyempotemu akosem atudwan wo kire mu se enche bia anababaawa wone ne maame ya na omutwa kwan no mu omu eye nyankopon atia
to ye ninhwe ye nuanu ma sa achewenche we akoto na niesi no so as assembly yeso ano and as a leader of the district no Mr. Abai ye Papa John Dramani Mahama and health minister say Womba na yenya at least a polyclinic ewo ayeswa na yenya polyclinic ni nya doctor wa some of these things with me and your first aid answer be do sumo na problems are eba so obi ewu na wenya na yarisa na so wenya health care papagya with me aso imbo amana san yenya district hospital grandpa kebe ye mfe because hwe nkura atwa ye ho ahia asaman kesi wa checheche and some were chichi, some were chichi. I used to do the capital Wokota, Muchin Yepa, and here the street hospital. And I say, at least polyclinic now start. Now, we in terms of road, a highway, a free Accra, Bessin Kumasi. We free in Sauma. I used to know where walk on I teach him. Oba Pampanswa, Kono be good defa benkum, Uba Chichamante, Nifa benkum, Uba Chichera benkum nifa, Uba Suba benkum nifa, Uba Mankuna benkum nifa, Amanasi benkum nifa, appear to benkum nifa. Sa never nisum a journey. Na enye nonko, ye people, students. Dodo no across from the other side of the road and the other side. We don't know be to other side, no call primary school or other side. We don't know be other side, no call JH na we muno assembly no. And so you bet 200 papa na yaswa na ya ho odin kwanti ye be sra ban eye footbridge ye nam kroma ye huhu awon kran ene ne mpeso aso no kuma se ne other places say be ya obi crossing road na accident imba ye benya bi ewo inkoku a esisa because can be free kuma say by a top speed no dey ba can be free Accra ba be say kuma say top speed do bi o twam bia no ya na kuma papa de encheda in the wasa
abusia ye ntwa ye ho ye ba bebo radwedi erisika sem emu afejedie eni sikasem Bank of Ghana area to just say emra kane na ebata kwane ayefa ho se wo kra sika ana se wo de sika ekọ amagodo so ede akodi dwuma bi no ene wo no be ye nsachraye afa samre bata ho na atimi abo papa ma ye sidi no atimi anya ahode na afi kwan boni bi a nipa bi efa so edi sika ho dwan so no wo mu ahwe esia no
When nano na maye ensesaye na afei enema wodo a woche mu se betumi abo eye akwantufu a enkenka ene woma wondwedie hu sikasem ni nano woche mu sisi no womo de befa eye official foreign currency declaration form I know eye FX5 na woche mu se inbound eye travelers no womo career womo de no eye abrochi sika ne 10,000 na numpo no benya se wombenya adansidi a kire se we eye jempinifo age atum outbound travelers Ghana's no so deɛ no ɛyɛ $50,000 na no mpo no agye sɛ wɔ mu enya ɛyɛ nkrata edimu na afenso wɔ mu endorse sɛ ɛyɛ foreign exchange bureau receipts ansa na wɔ mu de akyerɛ woyɛ no efiri hɔ no ma bank slips nso wɔ mu ɛbɛhwɛ sɛ no nso ɛka ho ebi wɔ mu ɛdi nneɛma ɛkɔ amaya hodoɔ so nso wɔkyerɛ mu sɛ wɔ mu nso deɛ wɔ mu ɛbɛbisa deɛ efiri mu nkyɛn no ɛyɛ import declaration forms invoices ana afei ɛyɛ contract no ho ɛhyehyɛ die bia Central Bank de rekɔbɔ ɛde aba sɛ wɔn nyinaa no ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a wɔkyerɛ sɛ wɔbɛhia sɛ wɔbɛdi so anyɛ saa deɛ a ɛneɛ wɔ mu ɛbɛfa mmara kwan so nkenka ɛne wɔ mu a wɔ mu ekura cargo cars ne ade no no wɔmara sɛ saa nkɔfoɔ nyinaa saa nhyehyɛeɛ no wɔmadi so pɛpɛɛpɛ.
Yedaswa ewo dwedie ni sikasem emu na nhwehwemu bi abeto montene ade afa Bank of Ghana wonu policy rate no ehu na no wo kyerɛ sɛ wɔn hwehwemu mehu sɛ anhwa September bosumie mu no policy rate no ebesan so ate akofom.
Wo IC research a wode ebaaye no okyeremu sɛ sɛ die di mu tintima yie paa no crop harvest no eno ade bi a betumi aboa masidi na nwode no etumi agina na so brand na afi so eba ne niema hodo a ebodwa so no a on policy rate ne etumi atra kɔ nenim akɔ akɔdu 11.3% na no mu an wode tudwa akyem sisi na wɔre sɛ betumi aka ti policy rate no wɔre sɛ niema bi wɔ no me so betumi atete enkenka ene besiambo no mbeyi efiri hɔ no mokra wo July ewa afi mu no monetary policy rate Bank of Ghana de no Ojumo sell lending rates kwa Mexico krabia wodo no ni na no begina wo mo point so no 300 basis na IC research ni chirimo sesisi no bo hwe rate cut Bank of Ghana won hyehyɛ ya Ojumo sell fourth quarter of 2025 no enkani asam NF so nsam no ekɔ nanim pa bepim sabre nso edaso egiane nanso saa na wo June bosumi ewa afi mu no nso inflation no nso ochirimo se de wo hye asese wo de July 2025 MPC ehyimu de behyehyɛ so no ochirimo se ba no ne policy rate na nso kogina 14.3% ni nyina ade bi a wɔhwɛ se nneɛma bi wɔ no mo betumi ayɛ na wo matwitwa eso.
Agudie wunsem ebraso se beto akase bono eso ansa no ayentu krawe yeba.